Hi everybody, welcome to Livewire Review. Well, we've got an exciting one for you today. Here we have a 2023 Hyundai Ioniq 5 as well as the 2023 Nissan Ariya. And in this video, well, we're gonna do something really simple. We're gonna talk about the size. They look a little smaller, a little bigger, but by the numbers, are they actually? Well, let's get into it right now.
Okay, we're going to start with an easy one today. The wheelbase on this is 2,775 millimeters, and on the Ioniq 5 it's 3,000 millimeters, so it is quite a bit longer than the Ariya. And the width on the Nissan Ariya is 1,880 millimeters wide. And the width on the Ioniq 5 comes in at 1,890 millimeters. It's about 1 centimeter wider. And the Nissan Ariya comes in at 1,610 millimeters high, and the Ioniq 5 comes in at 1,605 millimeters high. Now that's only a 5 millimeter difference. I'm 6'1" tall, just to give you a little perspective. What's interesting is this car, when you're inside, actually feels so much shorter than the Ariya does.
So now let's talk what's going on in the back end of both of these cars. Well, over here on the Nissan Ariya, this is the Engage trim. You were a couple of tiers down from the top trim, so you don't get a power tailgate, manual tailgate, that's okay. So from the rear seats back, with the seats up, you get 453 liters of cargo space back here. And if you were to go ahead and flip those seats down, I'm not gonna get that one because there's something on it, but you now have 1,650 liters. You have quite a massive space back here, and that is due to the fact that this is a wide vehicle as well as a tall vehicle. Now over here on the Ioniq 5, same thing. We're not at top trim today. I believe we're a few steps below that. Back here, you actually have a larger cargo storage area than the Ariya. You get 765 liters of storage with the seats up. And then same thing is over there. If I go ahead and flip these guys down, which I don't actually think I can do from here. Well, that's a good point to point out. There is no way to flip that down from there. I'm gonna flip it down from the side though. So with those down, you do get 1,680 liters, which is interesting. Seats up, you get a lot more space over here in the Ioniq 5. Seats down, plus or minus 30 liters of storage space. They are nearly identical, and that is to say both are fairly cavernous. They are quite large back here. When you get these seats down, you can get tons of stuff in here. I mean, you can see some of the dirt in here. One of the current drivers of this vehicle actually put a full-size mountain bike in the back of his Ioniq 5. Tons of space in both of these vehicles.
Okay, we're in the back of the Ioniq 5 here. I'm 6'1" tall. As you can see, I got lots of headroom, and we got 1,010 millimeters of legroom in the back of this car. We have the seat set up for Matt's driving position. You can see there's tons of room. Your legs do go up a little bit, but that's just because the floor is a little bit higher in this car. And in the back, it has latch anchors on both sides, but it does not come with latch anchors in the middle. But there is 3 tethers on the back of the seat, so you could seat belt attach a seat in the middle. Okay, we're in the back of the Nissan Ariya. As you can see, I have almost identical headroom in this car, and this one has 940 millimeters of legroom, and you're gonna see latch anchors at all 3 positions in this car, so you can fit a car seat in all 3 spots. You're gonna notice that my feet don't fit quite as well in this car. They're actually jammed up under the seat. But we have almost the same amount of legroom up here.
So we're just sitting in the front seat of the Ariya now, and we just wanted to compare for 2 vehicles that are so similar in size. I mean, how different is it really 1 centimeter, a half a centimeter? I mean, we're talking little. But I mean, how does it actually feel? How does it translate? I know when I was over in the Ioniq 5 or when I've spent any time with one, I always feel like as I'm stealing your words here, but on a big comfy couch over there. It's wide, it's palatial, it's large. Over here, it doesn't feel tight by any stretch, but like you and I, we'd be rubbing elbows occasionally while we're driving. How do you feel?
Well, I feel like it comes up a little tighter in the top. It feels more like a RAV4 than it does the Ioniq 5. But we fit pretty nice in here. Honestly, it's a good driving position. I think you'll feel comfortable in this right away.
That's fair, actually. I didn't even really think about it coming in, but yeah, I kind of feel like I'm a little closer to those pillars there at the top in this car versus the more flat wall in the Ioniq 5. Well, let's go jump in over there and, seeing is believing. Let's show you what we're talking about.
Sounds good. Off to the Ioniq 5. Okay, we're in the Ioniq 5 now, and we already noticed a couple of things. We're really down low in this one, so it actually feels more like driving a car. And as Matt was saying, this one is like a big comfy couch. It's really wide. There's lots of headroom in here. You're nowhere near the side sills on this one.
I almost feel like I have to lean to get to things in this one. And I mean, my seat might be a fair ways back at this point, but there just feels to be so much more room in here. And I'm just going to show you. I don't know if it's going to translate very well, but I'll try it. There's our sill in the Ioniq 5. That's the Ariya. You can see that the door, even the sill on the window, comes up higher. I think the seating position over there is just taller. Ground clearance was slightly larger on the Ariya, I believe by an inch. We'll throw that up on the screen here just because I don't have that number. But it certainly felt taller over there. You felt more of that crossover CUV feel, whereas over here it's just a car. You were in a very well wide planted car.
Yeah, so if you're looking for that high up seating stance, I'd recommend the Ariya. If you want a little lower, a little more comfortable, I'd go for the Ioniq 5.
So if you're in the market for either of these vehicles, well, when we're getting into size comparisons, comfort comparisons, you're looking at about the same. I dare say they drive different. The Ioniq 5 feels a little more planted, a little wider. The Ariya feels more like whatever car you're getting out of to drive this. It has a more dynamic feel, and honestly, neither of them feel bad. I think it's just going to come down to your own personal taste on this one. But either way, no matter what you choose, us here at the Bourgeois Auto Group, we can show you either of these cars at both our Hyundai dealer or our Nissan dealer here in Midland, Ontario. Please come in, have a look, have a drive, feel either car. You're going to see what we're talking about. They both feel big, even though they look like they're in a little bit of a smaller package. Anyway, that's it for this one, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Go below, like, subscribe, follow us, leave a comment, leave some love. We love to hear what you want to see next and what we could do better. Thanks for watching.